Hello, welcome back to another in-depth weather video. We're going to be talking about multiple subjects today. Just a quick update on the meteorological activities. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another in-depth weather video. Now here I am, National Weather Service page. We still have those heat advisories as the big... What's really catching my eye on the charts today? We also have some frost advisories in Oregon and California, some flash flood watches, then still some areas of red flag warnings, but we're not going to be going into fire weather today. We're going to be going straight to, well, first the radar, then the tropics. Some areas of rain, mostly in the south and east, not much in the northwest. Some showers in the northwest, but not much. Most of it is in the south and some in the northeast. Now let's move on to hurricanes. No tropical activity is expected in the next 48 hours in the Atlantic, nor in the next 5 days. East Pacific is a different story. We do have one disturbance here, 30% chance of cyclone formation in 5 days, and we will be continuing our coverage on that in the next few days as that 5-day mark continues to approach. Now, excessive rainfall. The risk is much lower today, marginal risks. We have 3 different areas, one in the Dakotas, another in Iowa, Illinois, and Missouri, and the largest one in Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. Now, let's go to the Storm Prediction Center, where we do have some marginal risks, some in the very north of the country. We have in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York, and another one in the Dakotas, Montana, and Wyoming, and then another one in kind of the same area as the marginal risks in Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. If you're in the light green area, that means that there are thunderstorms possible, but there's very little chance that any of them would be severe. If you're in the marginal risk, you have a 1 out of 5 shots, basically 20%. Now let's move on to the negative 3 kilometer model, where I'm just going to go through this here. So, we do have just some storms popping up in the central and eastern parts of the country. And then we do have this system working its way through the northwest. Here's something that's really popping out to me. So, seems very light. There's a lot of mesoscale convective systems moving through the south. Like, there's one that forms off the coast, and then later there's another one that forms off the coast right here. So it's basically like a derecho, but it's like, it kind of acts like a low pressure, but it's actually not. So I'll probably do a deep dive into MCSs sometime in the future. But let's go to thermodynamics, where we still do have those excessive heat watches and warnings and advisories as well. So still just in that central part of the country, hundreds, 90s. But generally everywhere else is just basically, depending on where you are, you could see as low as 40s in the very mountainous areas to 90s in the central part of the country, 70s and 80s in the northeast, 80s and 90s in the southeast, but it's really just the very south and southwest parts of the country that are lighting up those triple digits. Now I do want to go to the GFS and then go into the relative humidity. So basically, we see a trend of where it's raining, high humidity, but we do have some higher humidity in the northeast, southeast where those MCSs are, and then just basically just where it's raining other than that. But over the next few days, we're going to see those plumes of humidity. We could actually see something down there. I do actually want to look at that. Let's look at the tropics for a second. Let's go down here. regions. We're looking at the Eastern Pacific. And I'm going to go back to forecast tower 6. So I think we're watching right here, and the GFS does show this forming, and then as it moves north it weakens. That is typical for the Eastern Pacific, just based on where the heat is. You're going to see most of these dissipate as they go north. Now if we go to lower dynamics and 850 millibar winds, let's actually go all the way back here. We're looking for these greens, a persistent green. So we're definitely seeing that here, but then you also have to look into like the organization, which it does show that there's going to be some pretty organized, looks pretty organized at that point. So we just have to wait and see, but there is I would give this a pretty decent probability, probably 40 to 60%. That this forms, just based on how far out that point is. Like this point right here, like this is on Wednesday, so I mean we're definitely in that like 5-6 day region, but by Tuesday I say that 40%, actually I think it's 30%, let me actually fact check myself. Yeah, 30% seems reasonable for the 5 day. Once you get into like 6 day, then that chance gets really, I would say that chance would get higher, but we'll talk about that more tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great Thursday.